Right, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about a company that we actually spoke about before, and previously we were talking about this company suing another company. Well, it seems like the lawsuits aren't stopping anytime soon. Now, before we get into all of that, I do just want to let you know that next month we are hosting a charity football game to raise money for Encephalitis International. Encephalitis being an inflammation of the brain that can cause severe brain damage and death. And as we can see here, Encephalitis International is the only non-profit of any size in the world providing direct support and information to people affected by encephalitis, brain inflammation, raising awareness and furthering our understanding of the condition for research. So if you are able to donate, it's going to be going to an incredible cause, and that is linked in the description and the pinned comment, and yeah, I appreciate it. Now let's get into today's topic. So the main company to be aware of here is Lashify. You might remember the last time we spoke about Lashify was because they were suing another company called ProLash. And the reason for this was because Lashify was saying that ProLash was copying their product. Now this actually resulted in ProLash releasing a statement on TikTok.
I cannot sit by and allow false claims from a woman who has sued countless others with the goal of putting anyone who dares to compete with her out of business. Quite frankly, ProLash has been targeted by a litigious competitor who believes she invented the concept of DIY lashes. People have been doing DIY lashes well before 2016.
And like I said in the last video, it seems like Lashify is still trying to take down a lot of companies' products that they believe are copied. One of the more recent ones that kind of sparked this massive situation that's happened over the past few days is a company called You Cool Me. And from what I can gather, looking into this topic and watching the videos and seeing people's opinions, people that have used You Cool Me lashes love them. Like, believe they're way better than Lashify's. I'm obviously not saying that everyone thinks that, but from a lot of the videos I've seen, that seems to be a lot of people's opinions. But suddenly, about a week ago, You Cool Me's lashes had gone off Amazon and TikTok shop, and people were confused as to why.
What happened to You Cool? Hello? This has to be a mistake. Bring my lashes back.
So yeah, a lot of people are having questions, like wondering where their favourite lashes have went. Well, Lashify then came out with a video on their company page, basically saying that they have sued You Cool Me and took them down.
What's happening right now is true. I did, in fact, not me personally, but our legal team did, in fact, sue You Cool Me and take them off the market because they were infringing on all of our technology. The reason that you really love them is because they were infringing on all of our technology.
So this is Sahara Lottie, the CEO of Lashify. Now, in this video, she goes on to explain that she created Lashify in 2015. And as we see, the further we get on with this video, Sahara is absolutely adamant that she invented these products.
So what many people, or you guys may not know, is that I created this product myself in my living room starting in 2015. And every single step I made myself. I came up with the new adhesive. I came up with the application technique. This is not just like sticking a strip lash underneath. It's a whole technique.
I remember when I made the previous video kind of talking about the Lashify and ProLash situation, in the comments of that video, there was a lot of people just basically saying that they don't believe that Lashify was the first people ever to do the things that they are claiming to do. I don't personally know if that's true. I don't wear fake eyelashes, right? But I'm just letting you know what a lot of people were saying in the comments section, and it seems like that is also a continued theme throughout this video where a lot of people's reactions are that Lashify didn't invent the things that they claim and they have. But either way, Sahara goes on, says that Lashify quickly became one of the biggest things in beauty, and then people started robbing her ideas.
And it ended up being one of the biggest things in beauty. It blew up. And it was only 2 years that I had before the knockoffs started coming in and robbing me of literally every single thing that I created, down to the double-sided adhesive sealer.
And then ends the video by saying that she is now holding these companies accountable.
I want to change that. And so we're holding these companies accountable because they need to pay us. They don't just get to come in and steal our whole market. It's just, it can't be that way. Otherwise, we don't stand a chance.
And to be honest, looking into this situation, I don't think it's necessarily the fact that like Lashify went out of their way to sue companies like You Cool Me and take down their products. That is definitely part of it. That is definitely a big reason why a lot of people aren't happy. But it's also to do with Lashify's response to the criticism, which has been utterly bizarre. I mean, we're going to get a lot more into it, right? But to me, it seems like Lashify definitely isn't a company that really cares about PR because they are doubling down left, right, and center. But just to keep this in a bit of a chronological order, right? So Yukumi has been taken down. Lashify then came out, or Sahara's came out on Lashify's account and said that they are suing Yukumi. That's why you can't find their products. A lot of people on social media start making comments, like video responses, everything else, kind of giving their thoughts on the situation. I can't show you the comment section on Lashify's video because the comments have been turned off. But what I can show you is like an example of the type of videos that people are making, right? So this was kind of one of the bigger videos I saw. It's by a TikToker called Shanty2233. And she was basically talking about the fact that she can no longer buy her favorite lashes because of the situation.
You're the reason why I can't get my favorite lash brand off of Amazon anymore. Like, you suck. I need you to understand. You and them little bitty perch lips suck so bad. Like, you are not some type of revolutionary inventor. At the end of the day, you invented Lashify in 2015, baby. As an OG beauty girly, we've been cutting strip lashes up since the beginning of time. And we've been using that same technique since the beginning of time. Using them Ardell wispy lashes, cutting them into 3 little pieces and gluing them to our eyes. You are not no revolutionary inventor.
There was then a lot of videos of people claiming that they have proof that Lashify weren't first. Like, for example, this video uploaded by a user called Heartache, that's called Easy Steps How to Apply Individual Eyelashes Yourself Underneath for Beginners. This was uploaded in 2015. There's a caption on screen that says Lashify claiming to have invented lash clusters and the underneath technique application. Again, I don't personally know who invented lash clusters. What I do know is that Lashify have said that they have a patent with this product, and other companies have been infringing their copyright. But what I do want to talk about is Lashify's response to the criticism since they announced that they're suing Yukumi, took down their products and whatnot, because it has been bizarre. Now, a lot of these comments have been deleted, but we can see a video here uploaded by a user called Jennifer NGOC, who uploaded a video kind of looking into the comments and showing them on screen. And straight away we can see a caption on screen here that says Lashify is racist towards Asians. And let's actually look through these comments, because I was shocked when I saw that Lashify, by the way, on their business account as well, were replying to comments saying this stuff. We literally created the first underlash with spikes. Oh my god. We've been here since 2017. You think Chinese dudes that don't wear lashes are designing these? Seriously? Then there's another one here of Lashify replying to a comment that says, let's not act like this wasn't a thing in the 2000s, far before 2008, to which Lashify replied saying, let's not act like we didn't get a patent in 2016. It wasn't a thing. Stop trying to give credit to Chinese people for something an American immigrant invented. We are tired of it. So yeah, one thing that becomes very clear to me when I'm reading these comments is that Lashify have kind of took this away from being a company versus company thing and made it like an American versus Chinese thing. Because they have mentioned it in so many comments, replying to other comments that don't even mention any countries. There's another comment here saying, we created the first manga style lash, which, I mean, straight away when I first heard that sentence, I was like, what? You know, because manga being Japanese, I was very confused when I read this, but we'll carry on. The statement stands 100% true. She is the trendsetter in lashes that you all think imaginary people in Asia created. Magnetics were also created here by Katie Stalker. Next question. And yeah, that initial statement where they're saying we create the first manga style lash, a lot of people have made response videos to that, just basically saying that it's not true. But where it becomes even more confusing is that on the Lashify website, they actually have a section called Where the Story Begins, and they're talking about manga lashes here, right? And it actually says, manga lashes are quickly gaining popularity around the world thanks to TikTok and Instagram. It seems like this is a new style that cropped up overnight. However, the style itself is quite established across the Pacific since it originated in Harajuku, Japan in the early 2000s. So they have a section on the website mentioning the fact that it originated in Japan, but then in replying to TikTok comments saying, we created the first manga style lash. A bit confusing. In this video, Jennifer then goes on to say that Lashify have suppliers that are in Asia, which makes this situation even more confusing.
And I saw another creator post that Lashify gets their lashes supplied from China. Their warehouse is in China. Where's China? Asia.
But we don't stop there. There's even more comments to look through here. There's actually a video uploaded by a user called Zoe Kuma, who uploaded a video that shows a screenshot of some more comments. Like this one, for example, that says, Lashify isn't a TikTok-born company. You okay? We're the first and the blueprint. We just aren't the cheapest because we are American and not a factory in Asia cosplaying as a real company. Again, just making this like an America versus Asia thing, which it never was that. Again, these comments are people like giving criticism to Lashify. Don't mention any countries, and this just seems to be Lashify's go-to response. There's also another comment here where Lashify have replied to a user saying, so excited to buy every lash besides Lashify now, to which Lashify replied saying, yes girl, victim blame. Promote counterfeiting and stealing from women investors, and you're in LA? Now this part here said, and you're in LA, A lot of people have took this as like a threat, maybe like a legal threat, I don't know. I mean, we can actually see a comment underneath here saying, are you threatening a random user? Because what does and you're in LA mean? So as you can imagine, when Lashify started replying to these comments saying what they have said, the backlash got a lot bigger. A lot more people were making even more videos talking about Lashify, like this one for example, from a TikToker called Pink Stellar.
Is Lashify okay? Are you guys experiencing like psychosis or something? Because this is not microaggression anymore. This is aggression. Like, this sounds, and dare I say, racist. And like, this statement stands 0% true. Like, you are not the first manga style lash. Asian people have been wearing spiky lashes since forever. Like, this on top of everything they said about lash brands owned by Asians or like manufactured in Asia. Weird.
So since this, Lashify have then released a couple of statements. So this was the first one here that says, okay, so because we've chosen to protect our business, our patents, our work, our team, people are spreading hate, making wild assumptions and attacking me personally. They've called me homophobic, xenophobic, racist, a Trump supporter, and white spelt YT. Then someone called me a sand N-word because I'm Iranian. All because I stood up for something I actually built and have every receipt. They say I run every comment myself. They claim they're talking to me all day. They comb through who I follow on Instagram, pointing out names like JD Vance and RFK Jr., but leave out the fact that I also follow AOC and Kamala Harris. Why? Because it doesn't fit the narrative. They flipped reality. They call knockoff factories creators. They call the actual inventor a thief. It's cruel, it's dishonest, it's so exhausting. We're expected to be quiet, to submit, to just let it happen. No, I won't. I built this from nothing. I have a team. I have people depending on me. I'll defend what's mine. I'll speak up, and if that offends people, so be it. But no one gets to rewrite the truth of hate, not here. There was also another statement that they released on TikTok, which has now been deleted, that says, statement regarding defamatory content. It has come to our attention that a few influencers affiliated with YuCoolMe are circulating fabricated and defamatory claims about Lashify, specifically targeting the brand in its relationship with the black community. These accusations are entirely false, lack any supporting evidence, and appear to be designed purely to incite outrage and drive engagement through misinformation. So what I believe they're responding to here is because a lot of people started pointing out some more of like Lashify's like marketing, and I believe it was this one specifically. So this was also uploaded by Jennifer, who we spoke about earlier, but they showed this previous ad from Lashify. So it's basically like a person kind of like split in half. One side they have the eyelashes on, one side they don't. And there's two pictures here. We can see on this side about the eyelashes they put meet Shannon, then on the side that they have the eyelashes they put meet Shanae, and then in this picture on the side where they don't have the eyelashes they put Charlene, and then on the side that they do have the eyelashes they've put Cha-Cha. So yeah, like I said, I believe that's what they're responding to, but honestly there is so much to this whole situation. I have like so many tabs open right now. I could have definitely missed something. There has been a lot going on over the past few days, it seems. We strongly encourage anyone engaging with this content to conduct their own research. Lashify is a women-owned, minority-owned business that has built a reputation for innovation, transparency, and inclusivity. This situation has escalated beyond the realm of opinion. While free speech and differing perspectives are protected, intentionally falsifying narratives with the goal of damaging a business crosses into the serious legal territory. Lashify will be pursuing all appropriate legal remedies. So yeah, I guess they're basically saying that they're going to be suing people that are making these videos, right? So yeah, I think it's fair to say Lashify have been a controversial business for quite some time at this point, right? Because I mean, we spoke about them multiple times. Now, interestingly, I was actually like about to start closing off the video. As I'm recording this video, Lashify have actually just posted a new video. I was literally going to go over and just check to make sure they haven't uploaded anything else. They have. They've released a new statement, so let's take a look through. To the beauty community, lash lovers, creators, critics, and casual scrollers, we hear you, and we want to be real with you. You may never shop with us, and that's okay. You're still part of this conversation. We know how it looked. The legal talk, the sass back, the tone, it didn't land. We fought hard to protect what we built, but it came at the cost of perspective. That's on us. Lashify is an invention, and we'll keep protecting it, but not at the cost of the community. This space space was built by Lash lovers. You're the reason any of this matters. Whether you're calling us in or calling us out, we're listening, we're learning, and we're shifting course. We're not trying to win you over just to show up better. With love, Sahara Lottie. Now, looking in the comment section, we can see a lot of the comments are actually talking about how they believe that this is AI written. Like this comment here saying, as soon as I saw, and then like the 2 hyphens and italics, immediately ChatGPT wrote this. And yeah, I have heard this actually. So these like 2 hyphens here is like something that ChatGPT do often for some reason. And then like the italic text here. So a lot of people believe this is AI written. I don't know if it is, but you know, a lot of people believe it is. And then a lot more comments in this video from people saying stuff like, is the apology in the room with us? The way y'all never actually said, I'm sorry. Never met a more immature company. So yeah, with everything that we've mentioned in today's video and now their final statement, I guess, on the situation, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about. I think one thing's for sure is that Lashify has definitely tarnished their reputation on multiple occasions, it seems, but this one seems to be even bigger than the previous ones we spoke about. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's going to be any further updates to the situation. There might be. Obviously, they were kind of like threatening more lawsuits, or who knows what's going to happen there. I would assume at this point they're not going to do that in terms of like suing creators who had spoke about this like they said they were going to do, because I mean, they're now like I was going to say apologizing. I guess they didn't apologize, but they've now kind of like tried to take back what they said, right? So I would assume they wouldn't go out and sue creators because they would just get more backlash again. But who knows? Either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Also, if you're interested in some other content, me and Emily have a channel, which is always linked in the description. And also, if you are able to donate, Encephalitis International is a great cause, and that is linked in the description and the pinned comment. And yeah, until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.